who didn't come. But pretty much what I wanted to go over is just to welcome everybody back. I want to show you Canvas and sort of how to navigate my Canvas. We're going to talk a little bit about expectations and a new process of tickets that we're going to do this year. And if time allows, we may get to some notes, but most of the stuff I'm just going to talk you through, so you should be all right without Canvas. And so there may not be anything that you can do today until you actually, I'll try to email you the links of a couple things, but there'll be a couple things you'll have to wait to do when you get Canvas. So first we're going to go to Canvas. So this is physical science. And my Canvas is going to, oh, wrong one. My Canvas is a little bit different looking than yours because you'll see a lot more because I'm in teacher mode. If I get out of teacher mode, I can't navigate as well. So to give you an idea of what yours will look like, I'll go quickly into student. So this is what the front page will look like, and all your classes should have a similar front page when you get there. If there's ever any announcements, one, they'll pop up above the physical science banner there. But you can also click here to get to announcements if I have any. I don't have any right now. Today's activities is where you'll always go. And I actually have this set to where you have to do them in order. I may take that off. Oh, I didn't put attendance up for today. Shoot. All right. Let me get out of this. There will go away. I want to leave. What did I just do? I clicked on Google Meet again. Go away. Give me a minute. All right, leave student. There will be an attendance that will pop up, and I did not put it here. I'm not happy. So right up above introduction will be an attendance. There will be an introduction that you'll need to do, and again, you can only do this in Canvas. We're going to talk about the class syllabus. There'll be student information sheet that I can email you the link to. It's a Google form to fill out. Anytime you see this with the little eyeballs here, it says Google Meet recording in scientific method PowerPoint. When you click on this is where I'll post the recording of the Google Meet if you happen to miss one. And then I'll also put whatever PowerPoint that we might be going over that day. So you'll have access to that. Always click on home to go back. Or you can click on modules to get to here. And then here's an example of how our notes will be. So if I get to the point of talking through the scientific method notes, have you used Kami before?
Yes.
Okay. I embed mine right here. I will probably poll everybody, and I can have this open in a separate tab, which might make it a little easier to maneuver than being embedded right here. But with it embedded, you can see the PowerPoint right up here. And so as I talk about the information in the PowerPoint, you can fill in the notes as we go along. I don't know what I just did, but I wrote on it. Didn't mean to write on it. And then you know that on mine you don't see it, but where the little save icon is on yours would be a submit where you would submit it. And just by completing the notes, it's like an easy effort grade of usually about 20 points because I grade out of points. And the stars, if you look in Canvas here, or when you see the stars, 1 star usually means anywhere from about 5 to 10 minutes will take you to do that assignment. And if it has 2 stars, it's up to 30 minutes. If it has 3 stars, that means it is over 30 minutes and could take you a couple days to do. I'm trying to think anything else. Um, I've got to add an attendance. Every day there will be an attendance thing that you will do, even if you come on. But for you, until you get access to Canvas, just being on is your attendance. So I'll mark you present. This will allow you to earn some extra credit points by doing that attendance. And it also records your logging into Canvas. So not much that I can go over since you don't have access yet. Hopefully that will happen come Monday. So just any, oh, and I think you were given an email with the link, but on this homepage, the Google Meet link is right here. Your teacher, there's information about me there, and then this links to the syllabus here, which we'll talk about in a minute. So that's kind of how Canvas is set up. So let me go back over here. All right, expectations. We're doing something a little different, and you're my only one, so you can give me some input here. We're just going to look right here on this one slide. Each day we're going to look at a different slide on here. For each classroom, we've got to come up with kind of what we agree on as behaviors for students. And so we look at considerate, responsible, respectful, actions, and productive. Now, these are things that the teachers brainstormed and came up with. So under being considerate, behaviors that is considerate for students that we see as teachers is being kind to others, keeping hands or objects to yourself, and refraining from horseplay and name calling. Can you think of anything else, or is one of these you may not consider should be in that category, maybe should be in a different category? Can you think of anything else that might could go there?
No.
Okay. Responsible is submitting assignments on time. That's also turning in. If we were face to face and we did something on paper, it would be turning in assignments as well. Listening and following instructions given. Um, and then respectful action is use appropriate language, respect others' contributions. And then productive is stay on task, put 100% effort in 100% of the time. In other words, put forth your best effort that you can give on something. Your 100% might look different than somebody else's 100%, but the key is effort. And it's always good to try something before asking for help. Don't just, at least read through the directions and look at the first question or look at the first item and attempt to do it and then ask questions. A lot of students want to just look at it and not even read it and then say, I need help. Any of those you think we should change or put in a different category?
No.
Okay, you're okay with those?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to go through one each day. I'm not going to do it all in one day or we'd run out of time. So I'm going to go back to my first screen here. So tickets. The other thing is I have tickets here. And so for today, you get a ticket because you were here on time and you were on the Google Meet. So I'm going to put your name on the back of a ticket. And I'm trying to remember what the other, I'm going to click on this other screen that you can't see. What did we say? Things like arriving to Google Meets on time, voluntarily asking questions, students ask thought-provoking questions, appropriately engaging with your peers. In other words, having conversations within our Google Meet, submitting assignments on time, student keeping camera on. We would like you to keep your camera on just so we can see your face. But if you're not comfortable with that, that's fine. We can't require that. We just want to encourage it. And then there may be other things that I'll give out tickets for. And one thing that you might not be aware of is in your Google Meet, so you're going to see everything here. These little three lines back here, three little dots, you can go up to background and you can change your background. A lot of times I have this background because I like well, my camera on this one's turned off, so I don't know if you'll see. Do you see the background? So you
Yeah.
don't see me in there, but you see the background. A lot of times I'll have that background behind me, just because I like that's just calming for me. And so if I did it on this other one here, let's see what happens. I did it here. So if you wanted to choose a background, and this is kind of what it would look like. So it kind of imposes your picture on top of that. So it blocks out anything that is behind you. And so I kind of like these two here, but it makes me look funny when I'm sitting there in a palm tree. So if you want to do a background and then show your camera, you can. Like I said, it is not mandatory. With me using this camera, you kind of get to see a little bit of the background of the school or the classroom. So those are things with tickets. So you're going to get at least one for being on time, and you've actually carried on a conversation with me. So I'll probably give you another one. A lot of times students will just sit here and not do anything. And the last, I'm going to go back to Canvas. So when you're able to get into Canvas, the introduction you'll have to do in Canvas. I'm going to show it so you can see what it looks like. It is a discussion box. So again, mine's going to open up a little bit different than yours. So what you're going to do is have a minimum of 3 sentences. You're going to put your name. You're going to put a goal you have for the semester. One thing you've struggled with this remote learning that we've had to do. And then 4 is optional, something you may have done over break. And then you'll click on reply to type in that information. And then once you click on post, you will then see other people's. And anytime we do a discussion post like this, you always have to reply to one other student in a minimum of 1 sentence. So it might be, if they are struggling with the same thing you are, it might be saying something like, I'm also struggling with remote learning, I like to have more hands-on, or, something like that. But this is just sort of a little introduction for everybody. And again, you can do that once you get into Canvas. The other thing is we're going to look at the class syllabus. You will want to, and I will try to send you this in an email so you can read over it, because once you get into Canvas, there's a little getting started assessment that you will take that'll have some questions from this. So here it gives you my contact information. This phone number is a text where you can text me, the 704-389-0267. I find that that's probably a good way to message back and forth besides email. If you don't want to give out your number, you can always join Remind. And here's this link here, and then you can text me that way. And it doesn't show your number if you don't want to give your number out. So physical science, we're just doing an overview of chemistry and physics. It'll probably be more chemistry than physics. We do a little less of the physics. And it just takes a little longer with the chemistry. All right, working remotely. You've got to log in. And so that's why I do an attendance assignment, which I forgot to put up, and I'll get those up later today. Normally, once you get into your Canvas, there'll be something that'll have today's date. It'll say attendance, and it'll be a text box, and it'll be questions probably from the lesson from the day before, and you will need to answer those questions. You can look back in your the notes. You can look back in the PowerPoint to find the answers, and you'll type them in and post it, and that registers an activity in Canvas, which allows you, I look at the activity in Canvas to get your attendance. So are you planning to come face to face once we're allowed to?
Yes.
Okay, that'll be good. Even though you're here, we do it. It's like our bell ringer. I just call it attendance just to so that it's the same for everybody, whether you're fully remote or you'll be face to face. So it's like a bell ringer where it's just questions of the previous time. It's what you'd come in and immediately work on. When we're face to face, we tend to do them together, answer them together. Where remotely you would need to use your PowerPoint and find the answers. But that registers in Canvas that you were on Canvas because you've actually submitted something. And that's how we do attendance. So for you, if you come into the Google Meet, it's real simple. You've got your attendance. But if you miss a Google Meet and you don't log on by 2:30, you're marked absent until we see an activity on Canvas, so, or an email or something. So say you didn't come to the Google Meet, you didn't get on by 2:30, you'll get an attendance call that says you were absent, but you have until 11:59 to either email me or get on Canvas and register something. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Just kind of, and we may have to stop right here because we've been on almost 30 minutes. Okay, or right at 30 minutes. Every, sorry, talking too much and everything will be done in Canvas. Once we're face to face, a lot of the stuff I'll print and we'll do on paper if you're face to face, and I'll just insert your grade into Canvas. But right now things are in Canvas, and like I said, for you for today, there's really nothing you need. I'll send you the copy of this file, and I will send you, well, a link to the student information, which is a Google form. And so I will send those, and you can do those outside, or you can read through the syllabus and you can submit that form without having to be in Canvas. Tomorrow we're going to pick up, and I'll move some of these down. We'll pick up with our scientific method notes and finish up with the syllabus. Because we try to keep it about 30 minutes because I'll have the next block is at 10 o'clock, so it gives you a few minutes, a break in between. So any questions for anything that we've kind of talked about today?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, I look forward to getting to know you through the semester and actually hopefully getting to see you on the 19th. I will probably be after 12:30 by the time I email you. So I'm going to make a note to email you the syllabus and the Google form. And you will just fill out the Google form, and then just you can read through the syllabus. We'll finish talking about it, and then eventually, hopefully by Monday, everybody will be able to take a little getting started quiz on all this information. So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to stop recording.